Hey, what is going on everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to another build tutorial. Today we are doing the doghouse from the Optimistic Survival series. I kind of figured this one would be requested, and I've already had a few people ask me if I can do a tutorial on this build, so that is what we are doing today. The materials, including the counts, are down in the description, so if you are playing in survival, you can follow along with those. And we are going to get started right away with our dark oak logs. So go to where you want the front of the build to be, and do keep in mind it sticks out just a little bit, and place 2 dark oak logs 3 blocks apart from each other. That will be the middle of the build. I might as well go ahead and line it up with this one over here. This is a copy of the world, by the way. I think that is kind of obvious, but just in case you were wondering. And then leave a 3 block gap going back, and place 2 more dark oak logs, and then a 3 block gap going to either side, and 2 more dark oak logs just like that. So we should now have 6 in total, and it should look like that. And then we are going to continue placing these logs, leaving a 3 block gap, going all the way back until we have 6 logs along the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Same thing right here on this side. Place these going back, leaving a 3 block gap until we have 6 in total. And then we can go across the back, and this will be flat. Again, 3 block gaps. We are not doing anything like that here in the back. In between all of these logs, we can place some stone bricks, no stairs or anything, just full stone bricks in between all of these logs, going all the way around. And once you get here to the front, we will turn those, and we will turn those once again, just like that. And then we will leave a 1 block gap here in the middle for our door. Now take your dark oak logs, and we are going to extend all of these pillars up for a total of 5. So we've already placed 1 at the bottom. We are placing 4 more logs on top, so these are a total of 5 blocks tall, all the way around. And that will look like this. And now in between, basically following above all of the stone bricks, we are going to place some sideways dark oak logs, once again going all the way around this build. And that will look like this. Now find these 2 back pillars here in the middle, and we are going to place sideways logs going the length of this build from the back all the way to the front until they line up with those front pillars, just like that. So that should now look like this. And now in between all of these pillars right here, we are going to place sideways logs from the vertical pillars that we placed for the logs, or for the walls, excuse me, and these will go all the way across just like this. And that should look like that. That will be the ceiling, or part of it, on the inside. But now we can work on the floor. So we can go ahead and remove this grass. If you are playing in creative, of course I have shown you the fill command before, /fill, and you want to be targeting the block that you want to fill. So you will do /fill, hit space, and hit tab 3 times until you have that set of 3 coordinates, and then fly over to the opposite corner, target that block, and then just hit / up arrow space, and then tab 3 more times, and then we can go ahead and type in air. That will delete all of these blocks. Be careful with it, there is no undo button. Now we can work on the bone here on the floor. So from this grass right here, leave a 2 block gap, and then place a bone block here in the middle, extend it out by 1 on either side. Same thing from down here, a 2 block gap, a bone block, extend it out on either side. It's kind of hard to see with the shaders, but these are placed vertically. And then go diagonal and place a row of 3 extending towards the opposite direction, just like that, and then go in 1 diagonally on each side. Again, these are all vertical. Now we are going to place sideways bone blocks going the length of the build, and these will fill in right here all the way to the end. So this is a 3 block wide set of bone blocks. Of course, we are skipping where we placed the right side up and that is the bone on the floor. The rest of this grass, we can go ahead and remove that, and we can replace all of this with our oak planks. And when we have all of our oak planks in, it will look like this. Take out your oak slabs, and maybe this will be easier from the inside or from up above, whatever your preference is. We are going to place top half slabs in all of these 3x3 squares all the way around this build. So what is that? We have 16 of them in total. Actually, skip this corner right here, the back right corner if we are facing it from the front of the build. Don't fill in planks in this corner, but everywhere else we can fill in with the upper half oak slabs. So from up above it looks like this, and from inside the structure it looks like this. It's a little dark, especially if you were playing in survival, so let's grab out our lanterns, and we are going to place these down the middle of these sideways dark oak logs, just like that, 5 in total, and we can also place those on the middle of these logs right here, 4 on each side. So that should look like this. Again, 4 right there, 4 right there, and 5 down the middle. For the walls on the first floor, we will be using a combination of mud brick walls and white stained glass panes. We are going to place this pattern in all of these 3x3 sections, walls on either side, and 1 on the top, 2 white glass panes in the middle. Once again, walls going all the way around, except these middle 2 right here, white glass panes. We are going to do this going all the way around, except this very front section right here, obviously. And that will be looking like this. So the first floor is pretty much finished. We can take out some full mud bricks, and for the front, we can place these going all the way around, with this 3-block gap in the middle, an upside down mud brick stair on the top, replace that grass with some stone brick, and a cherry door placed from the inside. That is the first level complete, and I suppose if you aren't really into roofs all that much, you could just call it quits here. But the highlight of this build comes from the roof, so we are going to do it. Go ahead and grab out your stone brick stairs and your full stone bricks. We will start here on this side and place stone brick stairs along the sideways dark oak logs, going all the way across on both sides, sticking out by 1 block on either side. Same thing, not turning it. There we go. Same thing over here on these logs right here, going all the way across, if I can place them, with our stone brick stairs. And I'm sure you've spotted this design right over here. Find this center window right here. We should have 2 on either side. Wreck that stone brick stair in the middle, and wreck 4 more on each side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have this 9-block gap right here. Same thing over on this side. Find the middle, wreck that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and turn that stair, replace it and turn it on the end, and that will leave us with a 7-block gap between these stairs, just like that. So those stairs that are turned should line up with these windows. Then we can place an upside down stair, a full block, and a right side up stair. And we will continue this pattern: upside down stair, full block, right side up stair, upside down, full block, and right side up. We will do that until we reach 1 block before the middle. Same thing over here: upside down, full block, right side up, upside down, full block, and right side up. Once we have this 1 block gap, we will place an upside down stair facing out, a right side up stair facing out, and a right side up stair facing in. We can then place 2 stone brick slabs on the lower half of that stair, and we can repeat this for this side. And again, upside down, right side up stair facing in, and 2 more stone slabs. So that will look like that. Here on these sides, we will do that exact same pattern once again with the upside down stair, the full block, and the right side up stair. And once we get to the top, we will do that same stair pattern with an upside down stair, right side up, one more facing in, and then we will have stone slabs that go all the way across, so they will connect the length of the build. And that will look like that once we are finished. Now we can work on the rest of the roof. Again, if you are playing in survival, get some torches placed down right in here because it will get pretty dark. With our cherry planks, we are going to follow along, basically tracing the stone brick that we have. We are gonna skip these upside down stairs, but the blocks and the right side upstairs, we are going to trace those. Once we get here, we will turn them. Same thing right up here with these blocks, we can turn them. And I like to place the blocks first, especially in survival, and I will show you a little bit of a technique. So of course, if you are playing in survival, you can't fly. So I am just placing these blocks like that. And once I have these blocks, this one will actually extend the length of the build. It will butt up against the stone brick slabs right there. You can just go to that stair, jump up and around, and then you can get to the next set of blocks and just continue up all the way. So the blocks will look like this. And again, stairs are a pain to place, especially in survival. So my recommendation is hold shift, go on top of these slabs, and just, wait, never mind, not for this one, but for the next one. So for these, I would just hold shift and you can go across. If you have swift sneak, goodness, it makes it a little easier to hold shift and place those down. But do this top row however you need. But continuing down, right here, if you hold shift, like I am right now, go over the edge, then you can just place your stairs one at a time, not doing what I just did, just like this, and you won't have any weird turned stairs or anything like that, and you can go the length of the build without having too many errors. And again, these stairs are just going to follow on top of these blocks right here. We will turn them, and they should line up perfectly with our pattern here on the side, just like that. So we can go ahead and do this on both sides now, and then the roof will be finished. There we go. So that is how your build should be looking now. Before we do the dog, let's do the rest of the walls up here. So grab your white concrete and go to these two sides. If you're in survival, you can do this from the inside, but we are just going to fill in this visible gap with white concrete, leaving a 2-block tall, 1-block wide gap, 1 block above the floor in the attic. So it should look like that. Again, 1 block up from the floor, right in the middle, a 2-block tall window. And we can fill in everything around that with white concrete, just like that. Here in the back, we are going to place 7 white concrete across these logs, so they are sticking one past the vertical logs that we have right there. It should be centered, 1 block here, 3 on either side. And then extend this up for a total of 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we will just fill this in so it is a solid rectangle. Just like that. Take out your mud bricks and go ahead and fill in the gaps around this white concrete, including on top of it. So from the outside, it should look like this. We might as well do the tail while we are back here. So find the bottom middle of this white concrete, place 1 on top of it, and 1 more on top of it, a row of 3 concrete, and we are just going to make this plus sign. Extend it out by 1 more, and then we are going to do the same plus sign, but we are going to go down diagonally by 1. So place 1 in the middle of that plus, extend it down by 2, and make another plus sign. Again, 2 blocks thick. We will do that 2 more times, just like this. And 1 more time right back here. And on this back middle block, we will just place 1 single white concrete. So there is our dog's tail. We can also throw some white glass panes in these two windows right up here. Alright, before we get to the dog, let's do the inside really quick. So grab your stone brick walls, your dark oak fence and gates, and your oak hanging signs. We will also need our oak slabs for the spiral staircase. Take your stone brick walls, and we are going to build out 4 walls from each of these vertical pillars. So that will look like this. And then we are going to place walls on either side of the ends of those walls that we have just placed, except for this corner right back here. We will not put a wall right there. Again, this is our staircase. So we will extend these walls going in, and here in the front we can just place one more up against those dark oak logs. So we should have 9 total pins for our wolves for the 9 different variants. On the ends of these walls right here, on the middle, lining up with those intersections for the logs up above us, we are going to place 3 dark oak fence as a column going to the ceiling. Same thing back here, even by the staircase. And we will do this on all of these walls. That will look like that. Above each of these gaps right here, we will place an oak hanging sign if you would like to specify the wolf variant, or maybe you just have, oh, I forgot, one more wall for this pin right back here. But if you want to specify your wolf variants, or if you have a different wolf for each of these and you want to name them, you can have those signs for that as well. Finally, next to all of those signs, we are going to place some dark oak fence gates along those logs, skipping where the staircase is, and we will place those next to all of the hanging signs and in between all of these stone brick walls on the floor. And that will complete the interior except for the staircase. So come to the back right here, find this pillar, this log right here, go 1 block away from it, and place a bottom half oak slab, and then a full block, and then a slab, another slab on top, and then extend that over and up, and then back towards us, over and up, and then in once again, over and up, and over and up. So that should line up here at the end. We can place our stone brick walls connecting to those cherry planks for the ceiling, and we now have our spiral staircase. You can even place a couple more walls right there if you want, just for safety. I actually kind of like how that looks. I think I will leave that like that. So we now have our staircase. This I did not actually furnish in my build. You can use this space for whatever you would like. I'm sure I will find some kind of use for it in the survival series. But now the build itself is pretty much finished. All we have left is the dog head. And for this, we will need a very specific set of materials. You can reference all of those right here. The mud bricks are just for finishing the wall here at the top. They are not an actual part of the head itself. Start with your white concrete, place one on this middle dark oak log right there, and extend it out by 1 more block. Then take your light gray terracotta and extend that out 1 and 2. Place a gray wall at the end, extend that out by 1 on either side, and back by 2, just like that. So we have this shape right here. Behind the gray wall, we will place a light gray wall and extend that out by 1 on either side. So that should look like this. And then, keeping with our light gray wall, we will place a row of 3 across the front, extend it up by 1 on either side, and back by 1, just like that. In that gap right here, a black concrete, right behind it, 2 light gray terracotta, just like this. Then we can take our white terracotta and we will make this small L shape in this remaining gap right here. If you are playing in survival mode and you don't want monsters spawning inside of this head, I recommend putting a torch down. This is a good spot to do that, just right here on that white concrete. Next to the light gray wool that we have on either side right here, we are going to place a light gray terracotta. Behind that, we will place a packed mud block and one more on top of the light gray terracotta block. Next to those, going towards the middle, another light gray terracotta. On top of those, one more packed mud on either side. On top of those packed mud blocks, we will place 2 black concrete just like this, and a row of 3 light gray terracotta across the middle. On top of the black concrete, white wool, same thing on the sides, white wool just like that. Underneath this white wool right here, white terracotta, and in between these 3 white wool across the top, 3 more white terracotta. And then in these 2 gaps right here, we can place white concrete, and we can go up by 1 with those and fill that in, going all the way across the top. And then everything else from here on out is white concrete. So behind these packed mud blocks, place 2 more white concrete, just like that. And we can go ahead and connect it across the back and extend this up for the height of the head. So that will look like this, and we can fill in on top as well. Then take out your white wool, find a back corner either side, go 1 block forward and place a white wool, extend it in by 1. Same thing over here, forward by 1 block, extend it in by 1. So we have 2 2-block white ears, 2 blocks behind, we have a 2-block gap behind the front of the head, and we will make those 2 by 2. On top of those, we will place gray carpet, just like this, and I didn't grab the banners. The banners will be placed on the sides and the back of the ears. So that will look like this. Now the head is finished. We are going to do a little bit of the neck and the red collar as well. You can make the collar whatever color you would like. I probably wouldn't recommend pink. Of course, pink concrete stands out, so you might be okay. But go for whatever color you would like. I'm sticking with red because it is the traditional color, and it is easiest to do this from the inside. So we are actually starting with our white concrete. Place 2 underneath these cherry planks right there on either side, and then place 2 red concrete working towards the middle and extend that up so it is a total of 4 blocks tall. And then we can fill in right here with white concrete going forward, and we can extend that up so those are also 4 blocks tall, just like that. With this red concrete extended up by 2 more blocks on each side, and then on this top block, go out by 1, same thing over here, up by 1, and connect it across the top like that. We have this 3-block gap right here. We can fill that in as well. And then underneath that, extend the white concrete up by 1 more, and we can cover up this gap right there with a little bit more white concrete. So that will look like this. We are now left with this gap up here at the top, where we can fill it in with our mud bricks. And if we fly outside, we will see that we now have a finished build, and it is a perfect replica of our first one. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was easy enough to follow along, and I hope that you can use it in your survival world or creative world for all of your many different wolves. If you enjoyed today's video, definitely hit that thumbs up button and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on daily content as soon as I publish it. Check the description for some more important information, links, how to contact me, all of that good stuff. And with all of that being said, comment, like, subscribe, remember to stay optimistic, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.